Yes, sir. Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to High Top Sports. It's Tuesday. I know. We figured we'd talk about a few things. The AP polls dropped. A lot of movement. I don't think I've seen this much movement in quite some time. And look, for good reason. A lot of big wins, a lot of big losses. Some teams showed some things. Some other teams didn't show some things. So we'll talk about that. Then we have a wide receiver wearing 2 watches while playing a game. Not a practice. A game. 2 watches. Same arm. Can't make this stuff up. I don't know. What happened here? Anyways, we're going to have ourselves a good show. This show is, of course, brought to you by Prize Picks. Sit back, relax. Happy Tuesday. Good to see you. Let's have ourselves a show, boys and girls. Well. One thing is for certain after taking a look at this AP poll, for us Florida fans, boy, oh boy, as this schedule done did heat it up. Our boy Cowboy Ty on our Monday morning mashup said Florida very well could be the first 8-14 make the playoffs. And I mean, I didn't disagree with him. And I'm not folding that Florida loses 4. Look. Even with the adjustments, even with teams looking a little bit better maybe than what we intended. 10 toes down, baby. Boys got to go get it. However, from going from 7 ranked teams to 8 ranked teams now on the Florida schedule, okay, changes some things. I don't think I've ever seen a Florida schedule, let alone any schedule, look this intense. Now, here's the big catcher, which everybody's been arguing about and talking about all weekend, is like the preseason polls of why they're irrelevant. Because, look, this weekend, I mean, you really don't know what you got, right? FSU comes out there, they're not ranked. They go 2-10 last year, and they completely come in and run things over. And I hear the frustration of, like, they went 2-10 last year. Why are we ranking them now? Because they took down good old Alabama, who may not be as good. The transfer portal has taken away what we have known for so long, right? Like pre-polls have always been a thing. Going into a season, you know what it is. And they had some validity behind it because of what you saw from last year. There was more carryover on top of that with expectations of the recruits coming in. And so we're still applying that same logic. And although there's that same logic now, there's a whole new variable called free agency. But it's not like your typical free agency like you see in the other sports. It's mayhem. Okay? I mean, it's like the death penalty on crack. It's like starting a new league. It's like starting the Las Vegas Knights hockey team. You just go pick and plug who you want. Like, that's where we're at. So you really don't know what you're going to get. And so I don't hate it. It gives us something to talk about. What it's trying to do, it's get our bearings right. Where are we? Who's who? What's what? I've also said, and I still stand behind it, that it creates a ton of value for the overall recruiting, for the rankings when it comes to the playoffs. Because if you have a bit of a head start, like Alabama, and you get thrown to number 8 for whatever reason because so-and-so thinks you're good, because so-and-so thinks you're going to win the national championship, then you get absolutely wally-whopped by an unranked team. Not like just beat by a last-minute field goal. Not just because you slipped up here and there. No, you got absolutely manhandled by an unranked team. By a team that went 2-10 last year. And to fall, you fell. To fall. But to still be in front of Tennessee is wild. You're probably wondering, where is it, Shelton? I got you, big fella. Nobody panic. I don't know what's going on with the scoreboard. It's pissing me off, I'll tell you that. Where's the logos at? Come on, Glance. All right, let's take a look at it. Ohio, they couldn't wait to put the Buckeyes at number 1. I'm telling you, they were all jazzed up and juiced up to throw them up there. And look at it, right? I mean, Texas was ranked number 1. So, in the logical sense of things, for where they had everybody, it makes sense. So we can't look at this and go, why did so-and-so jump this far? Hibbity-hoo-ba, Bama wasn't that good. I'm not disagreeing with you, but in the sense of the logical world, they had them at 8. So that's how you have to address that. At that point, once the AP poll came out, those are your measuring grounds. You have to work with that, okay? So I don't mind that. LSU, again, I think a lot of people are talking about being the best team in the country, but rightfully, you can't have them jump Penn State and Ohio State. Can you say they had a better win? I don't think so. I don't think so. Clemson was the highest rated team of returning production with 84%, meaning they, on paper, had one of the best teams in college football coming back. Right? Speaking to what we just talked about the expectation coming in, they were one team that had everything coming back. So they should be highly recruited because of what they ended the year on, or ranked from what they ended the year on and who they did have coming back. So in those sense of the world, I think LSU's win was much more impressive than Ohio State's because we talked about this at the beginning of the season. I kept knocking on this drum on our college football shows. I'm like, look, I know Ohio State, Texas is going to be a great matchup. Why? Because they're similar. They were ranked 104th and 107th in returning production. Both lost a ton of talent to the NFL. The same commonality. Both have recruited very, very well. I get that. Both have brand new quarterbacks running their offense. So a lot of unknown there in those sense of the worlds. But anyways, moving on. Georgia number 4. Again, I think they were 5 or 6. I think Miami should have jumped Georgia. I mean, look, again, in the logical sense of the world, I think Notre Dame was 6. Miami was 8 or 9, 10. I think 10 maybe. And they didn't dominate Notre Dame, but a much better win than Marshall. But we're getting nitpicky. Oregon's fine where they're at. Texas, don't hate it. Again, I think Clemson should be ahead of Texas, but neither here nor there. South Carolina, I don't mind. I like it there. Illinois is fine. Florida, we jumped up a couple of spots, big fella. Come on with yourself. Florida State, the big one. That's got everybody riled up. I got to take a look and see what the comments are saying. I'm sorry if I've missed anything. Hibbity hoppity who. What's going on, Stadium Miguel? Good to see you. I've been ramping here. I've been ranting and raving. I didn't even look at the comment section. I forgot I was live. I'm going to be quite honest with you. FSU jumps up 14th. I said it in our college game day show Monday morning. I think that Florida State was a top 15 team. Shoot me. I mean, people are going to get all pissed about it. I get it. I understand the rivalry. I was talking to my buddy. He's like, look, I don't ever want Miami or Florida State to be good. I get all of it. I love all of it. I think as I've done this for a little bit longer and how my stance on things and talking about it more, that passion has adjusted a bit. I still hate Florida State, and don't get it twisted, boys. Like I was sitting there in the airport chirping Florida State fans when they missed the playoffs. Like there is nobody that's gonna get that. I'll be first in line to prey on their downfall. But in the same breath, like, yeah, I like it when they're good because then I also have an opportunity to ruin their season just a little bit later. Like last year, we didn't have a chance to do anything. I want to ruin their season. Like there's a part of that I enjoy. Okay, I like the ranking for Florida State. I do. Again, okay. So if we're taking new logic and old logic, it's a massive jump, right? If you're taking the sense of, hey, well, they weren't ranked. They beat an 8 seed. Yes, they should be ranked, but 15 seems crazy because Oklahoma had a great win. Iowa State has 2 great wins underneath their belt. They beat a ranked team as well and handled it soundly with Kansas State across the pond. They should essentially still be in front of them, right? Tennessee did their job. People were picking Syracuse. They went out there and handled Syracuse, covered the spread easily, right? Why is Florida State making that much more of a jump? I think it's a bit of an overreaction based on how you had things preset. I really do. But if we're just looking at just from week 1 production, I do feel that Florida State looked like a top 15 football team. So it looks like kind of like a little bit of both here. Michigan, Bryce Underwood looked good. He looked exciting, like I think people thought that he would. I'm not putting much stock into it. We'll find out this week against that Oklahoma defense if he's the real deal. We'll find out pretty quickly. SMU, Oklahoma. Again, I think they didn't really move too much. Alabama, that's a tough one. I don't think they should be in front of Tennessee at all, but you got to put them somewhere. And whatever, leave them there. This is the farthest they've dropped since 2007, I believe, in the AP poll. Insane. Hanging on by a thread here. Hanging on by a thread of not being in the top 25. Could you imagine? Let me take a look at their schedule and see if this could happen here in a minute. Let's see who these boys got lined up. Coming up here. Oh boy. They got Monroe, Wisconsin, and then they've got a stretch. They've got old Georgia, Vandy, who's their kryptonite, Mizzou, Tennessee, South Carolina, LSU, Oklahoma. Oh, boy. If that team, what we saw on Saturday, bebops up out of there 2 times. Oh, son, we could be in for something. Yeah, I don't think USF should not be ranked. Boise should have not been ranked off of that win, or shouldn't have been ranked. Great win. Great win. Utah is a team that people always love to put up there. People love Kyle Whittingham, as they should. He always puts together a fantastic football team. They dominated UCLA. Dominated them. And I think they should be up there. Texas Tech, I said they should have been up there in the preseason polls. They're chomping at the bit to put this team in the top 25, a team that finished strong last year, a team that was all over the transfer portal as well, the number one reporter class. So this team they were just waiting to have a reason to put them up there, and by golly, they don't slung them up in there. So who are we missing? Who's a team that did well that should get honorable mention? Georgia Tech is one that I think's got to be on the cusp here. They got to be sitting on the outside looking in, waiting for their moment to shine. Let me take a look at their schedule and see if they've got any big games coming up. I know it was Colorado who was not ranked, but that was a tough game, well-fought, hard game there for them, and they were able to handle it. They've got Clemson in 2 weeks. We'll find out then. I'll let it sit for now. But they're a team. They're a team that I like. I like Georgia Tech. I like the way they play. I like their coach. I think it's a pretty well-coached football team. And again, they didn't win enough last year to set himself up to have some success here. But we should see TCU. Man, they done did curb stomp North Carolina. Man, I tell you, that's a good honorable mention for sure. We'll put USF in honorable mention. I'm fine with that. I think they looked good, right? They're definitely in the conversation by beating a Boise team that essentially was ranked, but I'm not sold on them yet. The point spread 17.5. I'll give you my thoughts tomorrow on the 8:35 show on how I feel about that. But all right, I got it, new kid. I said USF. Damn. Smash the like button, boys. Let's get after it. Mizzou should not be top 25 yet. I'm not there with them yet. Auburn. Thank you, Gatorbait. Thank you. Yes, our power rankings had Auburn in the top 25 before the season started. On paper, they are a top 25-esque team. I think they did a great job with Baylor, who was not a powerhouse of a team last year, but ended really, really strong, that had high expectations. Don't forget that spread by the start of the game, Baylor was favored. So I agree. I think they're an honorable mention. For sure. Great pick. Yeah, I didn't know. USF, good call, Stady Miguel. I almost missed USF. Thank you. Yeah, look, Auburn, I mean, they kind of ran the veer like every other team they felt like this past weekend, but they did things that they found a way to win. And although Jackson Arnold didn't throw a forward pass past 2 yards, still managed the offense well. Defensively, I wasn't impressed. So that's why I think they're a great honorable mention. Great honorable mention for Mizzou. So this is a good top 25. The good top 25. All these teams have either did things last year. Look, if we want to, whine and moan, I mean, Florida obviously closed really, really strong, but a lot of people don't like Florida being at 13th. I mean, I think they should be up there for what they have on paper and what they should be able to do. Look, man, I got to tell you, the conversation we had with Stephen Harris about that defense, breaking down that film, and then I watched the USF game again today, because when I watched it live, I didn't feel nervous. I wasn't concerned, but everybody's chirping about this game. Like, even my buddy called me and said, man, I saw some of those highlights because it looked good. Look, Brown, their quarterback 2 years ago, threw for 3,200 yards, 28 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Kid's good. Kid's going to sling it. Like, no question about it. The kid is going to get his. He's going to do some fantastic things. And I'm glad. I'm glad we're getting a little bit of dose of good quarterback play that's going to run the ball, be mobile, all those great things. We had that, not to the full force, but LSU is trying to do some quarterback movement. Now, the one difference is he couldn't throw a football, but they tried triple options, 9 options, whatever they could to move the ball on the ground, and Florida just wasn't having it. And I think the same thing's going to happen with USF. I think they're going to pressure this kid all over the football field, and I don't think their defensive line is going to be able to hold up. Well, Shelton, they made Alabama they were tied going with Alabama last year into the fourth quarter. I don't think we need to, that's not really a flex anymore, okay? It's not your dad's Alabama, boys, all right? That's who they went to the fourth quarter with, mind you, okay? That Alabama also lost to Vandy and has now lost to FSU in a matter of, in football terms, a couple of weeks. So it's place the Josh Pate meme. It's not the flex you think it is. All right? We should go in there and whack some poontang. That's all I'm telling you right now. Colton Cox, 69.70, $2. Last time all three top 15 was the basketball and football natty year. Hell of a plug. Man, it's been a while. It's been a minute. No logos missing. Finally means something here. Finally means something here. It does. It's good stuff. I love it. Man, all the nuances over the last, 10 months? I mean, going back to the Gator boys staying hot, the basketball team winning a national championship. We know what that means, right? You're always trying to connect and go back and history repeating itself. Like the stars are aligning again. You know what I mean? The basketball team goes and does their job. Then you get a fun little fun fact like this. I want to say there was fun little nuances and fun facts like this throughout the basketball season, if I recall. Maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like there was. UNLV just has not looked sound yet to put them in the top 25. They'll have some opportunities for some wins, but that first game, they're far from being ranked in the top 25. Far from being ranked. Let's see. Yeah, it's not even close, Kyle. Go Gators, love your take, Sean. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you. Appreciate the love and support. Natty loading, baby. Let's go. Absolutely. Be sure to smash the like button and subscribe, guys. Really appreciate y'all's support here. Look, Arizona State, Illinois. Those are some teams that I'm looking forward to getting tested. We're gonna have a top 25 matchup this weekend with Oklahoma and Michigan. Iowa is another good honorable mention. They're playing Iowa State this weekend. That could be a great matchup to shake some things up. Iowa takes down Iowa State. Iowa State's a 3-point favorite. Iowa comes in. I love their quarterback, Gronkowski. It's not said like that. I know that, but I'm calling him that. Kid can sling it. I think he's from South Dakota. He's from one of the Dakotas, I think. He's from up in that area that produces quarterbacks. That's the part that I do know. And we know Iowa can play defense. They just don't know how to play the other side of the ball. This kid can sling it. It'll be a fun matchup. It's always a great one. I think it's going to be fantastic this weekend. That could really get this ball rolling for this top 25 matchups for us here. We got Jeremy just keeping the iPad train rolling again. Hey, Jeremy, we actually, for the iPad gate, keep it on that. We have something for you guys on Saturday. We found something. I think it's an iPad. It's not the iPad, but it is. Like, it's better. I think it's better. We were playing with it today. It's sick. It's sick. I'm pumped for it. I'm beyond pumped for it. It's better than I thought it could be. Let's just put it that. I'll give you a hint. He can draw up his plays, and then it shows you his plays in 3D players, excuse me. So he draws out the play, and then we click play, and then it shows the play with actual human figurines. It's nuts. It's nuts. It's better than I thought. Yeah, it's so cool. We were geeking out today about it. It's going to make the Saturday watch parties elite. We're going to be geeking out. We're going to be complete children about it. But Cody was trying to get his trigger finger quick because he's got to do a lot of clicking. But it's sick. Thanks, man. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate Bubba. My man over there, Hall of Fame College Football, does a great show, man. Jason, go give him some love. Oklahoma guy, we'll have to have him on. I'm sure Oklahoma's going to be a tear this year. John Mateer looked really good, over 300 yards passing, couple tutties. They look good. Excited for them this weekend. I'm going to do some research because I got the pick'ems tomorrow with Bozeman. I did atrocious this past weekend, so we got to see about that one. We're going to talk about two watches here. Brian Kelly taking jabs at Dabo. Brian Kelly talking greasy, boys. Talking greasy after that win. He went on Paul Feinbaum taking jabs at Paul. Like, this guy, I was like, holy, he thinks it's Twitter. Like the way he's walking around with his stuff. I'm very intrigued with how he's handling himself. So we got to talk about it. But of course, before we do any of that good things, this episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. We got the big lead coming up in just a couple of days here, boys and girls. And I gotta get I gotta dabble in here. We're taking old Dak to have more. They're giving us a freebie. And Saquon, 2 freebies here to have more than half a touchdown. Okay, they got to just poke it in one to get more. And then George Pickens, I think he's going to plug into this offense. We know Dak can sling it. Got a new head coach there. We'll see what they can do. I think it's going to take pressure with him and CD there. Give me more for his receiving yards there. If you guys want to tail it, get up after it. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Pick is the best place to win cash while watching sports. Join millions of users and sign up today. Download the app today and use the code HIGHTOP to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code HIGHTOP to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks is good to be right, baby. All right. Cam Coleman, man. This is wild. Is this allowed? First of all, like, I know they wear their chains. I'm cool with it. It kind of hides underneath the pads, right? The dangling earring, like LT. I dig it. That was aura before aura. You know what I mean? Like that. To me, the simplicity of that is what everyone's trying to achieve now, and it's just going in the opposite direction. It's just like more and more. No. The simplicity of the little dangling earring, like, I wish I could pull that off. I wish I could just walk around with just a nice little fade, the smooth mullet, the curls coming out the back, the lettuce flowing heavy, and we got just a little dangling here, and I don't look stupid. I would look stupid if I did that. Just like he looks stupid with 2 watches. At no point is this a fashion statement at all. Plus, that's heavy. What are we doing? And those are easily 30 G's, I'd assume. A watch. I don't think he's just wearing like just an Amazon Casio watch. What are we doing? And how does Hugh Freeze? 1, is it legal? 2, why is Hugh Freeze allowing this? Like, I just go back to, when Coach Napier talked about guys and how they carry themselves on the sideline. Are they sharp? Are they, tic-tac, locked in? I don't know. Am I a boomer? Am I officially old? Again, I think I just complimented that I enjoy the aura, the swagger. Like a nice clean gold chain that just kind of just glistens underneath the pads. I'm for it. I'm all about it. Right? Who was it? Who was it? Was it Kermit? Remember? Kermati? When Richard Sherman ripped off somebody's chain? Crabtree. Trying with a star receiver like Crabtree ripped his chain off. Like, I'm for it. But 1 watch is crazy. But duo is one you think like an analog and the other one's digital. You know what I mean? Like, you can have a little bit best of both worlds. Maybe one's California time. Maybe the other one's East Coast time. I don't know. I got questions. Okay, boomer, man. Maybe I'm old. I thought about it. I go, man, I was thinking about it when I was thinking about talking about it. I said, man, this stuff doesn't usually catch my attention. Shout out Lane's Chains. Perfect timing for Lane's Chains. I would condone that. If he was up in a Lane Chains, I would be okay with that. I'd be okay with that. Did y'all see this? I said I'm okay with chains, guys. I'm okay. The watch is what's weird to me. Like falling down, hitting your wrist. Like, to me, it's just, I want this clean. The chains, they're all doing it now. I think it's still probably a little too much, but Sheldon yells at Cloud. All right, maybe I'm old. Maybe I'm old. I'll take it. I'll take the L. I'm a boomer. Rock it. Add a 3rd watch this week. Just keep going up the arm, Cam. Let's see. With every win, you add a watch. How about that one? All right. So Dabo comes out, and I thought it was an awesome presser. I was like, yo, this guy, he's this to me is when you see Dabo, look how he's handling this presser. I was like, man, he's just out there. He knows it's a good fall game. It doesn't mean much. This is a new college football year. We can go ahead and lose this game. Not a big deal. But we did what we could, and we got beat. Here's what he had to say.
Wade's got the guy. He's got, if we make the first tackle, Wade's got the guy. He's got, I don't even know how his knee didn't go down, but without that run, I mean, like I said, the last 58 minutes is 2.8, and that is a physical group. It's a very smart quarterback, and that is a back. So they're going to be a problem, and they got some explosive dudes, and it was a hell of a game. It was a hell of a game down to the last play, right out of the gate. It's like getting the final exam day one of class. They made a 65, we made a 58. Neither one of us were great. I mean, if we'd have made
Okay. A lot of great. I mean, I loved it. I love that age. You get in the final exam first day of class. It is. You got to go out there and be ready to go, and you haven't had much time to study. You're kind of just in a little pregame, but you haven't had a true season. You haven't had any classes yet, right? It's all just summer reading. And you show up and you gotta do the whole exam right there, rocking and rolling. So our boy Brian Kelly must have heard some wind about it, or they probably asked him about it. They definitely teed it up for him. So just so we're clear, Dabo said that LSU got a 65 on the test, which is a D. And well, now with this new world, I don't know what it is, but probably a C with the new grading they got going on. 58 for Clemson. It was close. We both sucked. They just sucked a little less. Clemson got a 58. They got an F. Here's what Brian Kelly had to say.
We dominated him in the second half. So he's either a really good grader for giving himself a 58, or he's a really hard grader on us, or he didn't see the second half, which that might be the case. He might not have wanted to see the second half. So again, look, this is all like, past. We dominate.
Why? Why? I love it. Y'all know me. This is awesome. He went on Paul Feinbaum and said, "Yeah, look, Paul, I know you took a couple of bad losses this weekend too, and I appreciate you coming on the show today as well." I mean, this man had receipts ready to go. Here's the thing: when he loses the same way, right? I mean, he's a baby about it, but I feel like he's just as egregious about it, if you will, right? Like he's still just as rambunctious. Hilarious. Hell of a jab. I also don't remember where the Death Valley noise came from. I want to believe, I'm like 90% sure that Dabo took the shot first of saying we're the real Death Valley. So for that, this is warranted because you started the drama, right? You started the smack talk of saying we're the real deal, and that to me is a response. I think you just I've been coursed by Billy too long at this point. Old me, I'd have done the same damn thing. Now I've been mellowed out. I've been coached. You gotta just act like you've been there before, Kelly. All right. Listen, I know, respect. It was a great match. Napier would never. Is it a good look? Look, right now, the talkers are 2-0. Thomas Castellano talked his talk and walked his walk. Coach Kelly talked a little bit beforehand, but he's feeling himself. He'll have an opportunity to back that up week 3. So we'll see how he responds week 3 after he gets punched in the mouth. Then we'll know. But we'll see. Yeah, I agree. Nobody thinks Clemson's the real Death Valley. Like I don't hear Death Valley. They're like Clemson doesn't even cross my mind. Great stadium, great. I mean, I love it. Great energy. I mean, they're a tough place to play. But yeah, Death Valley, maybe Little Valley. Timo Valley, like we said earlier. But yeah. Great jab there from old Killer. That was fun to watch. Boys and girls, 200 strong on a beautiful Tuesday. If you guys enjoy this kind of show, let me know. We've been trying to incorporate more college football. We've got our Monday mashup show, which you guys have seemed to really enjoy with Ty and Cody. I've enjoyed shooting it. We have our Thursday show, which will preview all of the games, a non-Gator centric show. Of course, our Wednesdays and Monday night shows. You know how those rock and roll. But we're really trying to continue to pierce head into this college football world. And maybe if you're watching this show and you're not a Gator fan and you enjoy it, let me know. I appreciate the support that everyone has given. Last little bit here. I saw this on Twitter, and it was like, this could go down as one of the most overrated quarterbacks classes of all time. I was like, by golly, could it? By golly, couldn't. And Arch was the one kind of really holding it all together, you know? Now, Dante Moore, the verdict's not out on him. He's kind of had a weird journey. He's at Oregon. I think he's going to do great things there. I'm really excited for him at Oregon. Malachi Nelson, I think that ship has not necessarily sailed, but he's at UTEP. He's gone backwards since he's entered into the league. Now, I don't know if he's necessarily just trying to get more playing time. I don't know what's going on with that because it's kind of one and done, but he's still staying in the spotlight. So he's in my opinion the one that has impressed the least amount. Jackson Arnold, we'll see how he does at Auburn if he has a resurgence, right? Nico was good last year, and then goes to UCLA and just looks like he's lost in the sauce. So as of now, there's only 2 quarterbacks as of right now that seem to have a good footing, and that's Jackson Arnold and Dante Moore, which is crazy to think because I remember this class vividly. Like, this is when we were kind of in the heat of the show. Like, we were really starting to find our footing. Arch Manning was a big conversation piece. We watched that Under Armour game. Arch did not compete in any of those. So Arch was the one quarterback that nobody was really, like, high on, if you will, because we didn't have anything to go off of outside these numbers. But Dante Moore and Jackson Arnold, and I want to say Malachi, but Dante Moore and Jackson Arnold were my 2 favorites. Because in the Under Armour game, both of them were phenomenal. They just were fun to watch. They were fantastic. Nico, too, I think I remember watching him a little bit. The kid could sling it. But not what Dante and Jackson did for me. They in my opinion, they two were my favorite coming out of it. And they seem to be having the most success as of now. I think Dante will end up being the best. The verdict's not out on Arch. I mean, he's getting absolutely racked right now. But he's got 2 weeks. 2 weeks to get his act together because then he's rolling into the swamp. And it's going to be... Can I say worse? I don't know. The Horseshoe's a tough place to play. That defense is nuts, and Matt Patricia brought all the stops. But if this Florida team is rolling like I think it's going to be rolling, and when it's coming off of a win at LSU, it could be worse. So he's got 2 games to figure out his confidence and find himself. We talked about it all offseason. I go, man, the guy looks good when there's no pressure. But you saw... Go back to the clip at Georgia when they threw him into the Wolves, and him and Quinn had just sat on the bench like, what just happened to us? And we didn't see too much of Arch after that. But I don't wish anything poor on any of these cats. I hope they all figure it out. Just not when they're playing us. They got a bye too already. So just 1 game they got before us, or 2 games? No, 1 game. Oh, no. No, they got 2 games. No, they got 3 games. Yeah, they got 3 games. They've got all their cupcakes stacked right here before Florida. They got St. John's or whatever, that UTEP, then Sam Houston. 1, 2, 3. So he'll have 3 games to figure out who he is. So Texas will be ranked top 10 for the next 3 weeks. So in Florida, win or lose at LSU, won't drop out of the top 25. So we'll have a top 25 matchup week 4. That's how it's going to play out. You can book it. Florida has a bye before Texas. That's where the hiccup's coming in. That's what's going on. Right? We got Miami. That's what it is. There's a couple weeks. We got a couple weeks for them. But still, Texas doesn't really get anybody. They do have a bye before us, but they don't get anybody before playing Florida. Interesting. I don't know if I'm Texas if I like that. Or after our game against Miami and LSU. Yeah, I'm sorry. This season's it's jumbled up in my brain here. I apologize. They don't get anybody. Yeah, I don't know if I'm Texas if I like that. 1's fine, but I also would like to get my teeth. I want to kind of grind my teeth again. You know, kind of want to get a little. Maybe not. Maybe just pump the ego for 3 weeks straight. If I want to try to separate those things out a little bit. I mean, dang, because it goes Texas, Oklahoma, Kentucky, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, Georgia, Arkansas, A&M. So they're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ranked teams. And Vandy could sneak up in there. Could be 6. their schedule's looking pretty tough too. Schedule's looking pretty tough too. Well, boys and girls, hope you guys enjoyed the show. I know that I did. I know I enjoyed having it. But as always, smash it, tickle it, like it, do what you got to do to the like button, that is. We'll see you boys tomorrow, live at 8:35, previewing this USF game, man. I'm pumped to talk about it. Got a lot of great things to go over. Defensive line, quarterback play. How do we stop Mr. Brown? Alex Golish, gonna have it dialed in. 2 years ago, he took us down to the wire. If you look at the paper, they whooped our tail. But scoreboard said otherwise. We'll see you guys then. Be sure to stay safe. Love the one next to you. Till next time, baby. Peace and love.